Hi everybody, this is the screencast for Caesar 4.27. In this section, the Britons have finally been conquered in battle by the Romans, and both sides of the battle are preparing for their surrender. So, hostes proelos superati, simul atque se exfugo receperunt. Starting point here. So, first we have the enemies having been conquered in battle. Then simul atque together means as soon as. So as soon as they had recovered themselves from flight, and so fuga here refers to their surrender. Um, they immediately sent negotiators of or about peace to Caesar. So we have Pollicity sunt, they promised, starting an indirect statement, they promised that they would give hostages and that they would do whatever it was that he had ordered. And so imperaset here is a syncopated form of imperoviset. Also, both the daturos and the facturos have implied essays on the end of them because it is an indirect statement, so they'll be infinitives. Okay, una cum his legatis cambius atrebas venet, quem supro demonstraveram a Caesare in Praetoniam primissum. So the section starts as, together with these negotiators came Commius, an Otribon, um, who I had described earlier, having been sent into Britannium by Caesar. Supra here in this case means, although it literally means above, it'll in this sense mean earlier, or like earlier in the book. So as you can see, he actually uses the first person here, which is really abnormal. This is not referring to himself as like the general Caesar, but instead is talking about him as the narrator. So even in just this one sentence, you can see that he refers to himself as the narrator and as the general. Okay. Hunc illi e navi aggressum, cum ad eos oratores modo Caesare mandata deferet. So, having departed from the ship, when he was reporting the orders of Caesar, with the manner of an ambassador to him, they arrested him and threw him in chains. So basically, after Caesar sent Commius to the Britons, like as a messenger, they took him and arrested him instead of preparing an answer to send back. Tum proelio facto remiserunt et in pitanda pace eos rei culpam in multitudinem contulerunt et propter imprudentiam ut ignosceretur petiverunt. So then, with a battle having been made, ab absolute, they sent him back. So they sent Commius back. And seeking peace, this is a gerundive here, they transferred the blame of the thing, or the act, like the act of arresting him, onto the crowd or the common people of Britannium. And they seeked that it be pardoned. This here is impersonal, so it be pardoned is the act of the arrest on account of their ignorance. All right. Caesar questus quod cum ultro in continentem legatis misis pacem abse petissent, bellum sine causa intulicent, ignoscere imprudentiae dixit absides quae imperavit. So Caesar, having lamented the fact that, and then here we have cum meaning although, so Caesar having lamented the fact that although, moreover, they had they had asked for peace from him, um, like the negotiators having been sent into their continent. They had waged war without a cause. He said that, starting an indirect statement, um, he said they that he pardoned them for their ignorance, and he had ordered hostages. Right. Quorum illi partem statim dederunt, partex longinquiribus locis arcesitam paucis diebus se daturos dixerunt. So quorum is referring back to the hostages that the Britons are giving the Romans, because Caesar ordered it. So, of which they immediately gave a part to him. And then, so the part is still referring to the hostages. And then a part they said that they would give, because it's starting another indirect statement, to him in a few days, having been summoned from remote places. So the hostage that the Britons are giving to them are going to be really important people, because the Romans are trying to make sure that the Britons uphold their end of the bargain, because if they don't, the people will be killed. And so these hostages might be like the sons of leaders or something like that. So just to repeat it all, of which they immediately gave to him a part. A part they said that they would give to him in a few days, having been summoned from remote places. Interea suos remigrare in agros userunt, principes cundique convenire, et sequitates que suas Caesari commendare coeperant. So meanwhile, they ordered their own, with an implied people, to return to the country. And the chiefs began to assemble from all sides, and they began to entrust themselves and their citizens to Caesar. So this final commendare translation suggests that Caesar is attempting to put the idea of this surrender or submission into like a more personal meaning, by using the word entrust, because commendare can also like means surrender, but I think Caesar's trying to get across the idea of entrusting themselves to Caesar. All right, so thank you. That's it. Thank you so much for watching.